We held on to summer as long as we could, but now we welcome fall.
Changing leaves, cooler temperatures, and finally, breaking out the boots.
And the booties. This month on Talk of the Town, we have a full slate of fall ideas.
We're on a quest to get homes for some awesome pets. They're really good sports, dressing up for Halloween.
And we check out the latest fall fashion for ourselves, too.
Yes, we do. We meet a local nurse who's a baker by night, making customers' creations come to life.
And we learn a little bit about the age-old art of quilting and meet a bunch of ladies who love their sewing.
Plus, a super easy wine cork craft you can try at home.
In the U.S., October 31st is a huge holiday, Halloween. Lots of candy and costumes galore.
In the Mexican culture, October 31st kicks off a 3-day celebration honoring the memory of loved ones who have passed away. It's known as Day of the Dead.
The date of the day we celebrate is Dia de los Muertos. So it is a special celebration. It lasts for 3 days.
Each day during the Mexican celebration, family and friends who have passed away are remembered and honored.
The 31st is when we celebrate and have special memories for the little children. The first, we have the All Saints celebration. So, and it ends with the Dead of the Day, which is on the second. That's for the adults' souls.
The Day of the Dead celebration has grown not only in Mexico, but in the U.S. as well. You may remember when Marie and I had our faces painted a few years ago as Day of the Dead skeletons, known as Catrinas. This popular trend got its start with help from some very talented Mexican artists.
As one of the cartoonists, they put it, and his name was Jose Posada. And he put himself and paint himself wearing a very special garb. And later, another artist in Mexico, Diego Rivera, made a beautiful mural having now together what we call the Catrina. So he did the female so they can have the boy as a Catherine and the girl as a Katrina. So what it represents that we all are skeletons. We all will end the same.
Day of the Dead is about celebrating Mexican tradition. Reyna's beautiful dress is handmade and represents her unique home.
Every state in Mexico has one dress, and this is what it represents Yucatan. If you go there, you will see the woman wearing this dress. It's a handmade. It's made at home. And they teach you to learn this since you're a little kid there, to embroider it and sew it and put it all together.
Like all great celebrations, food is always involved. So the table is set for those present and past.
That's a tradition to put all the fruits, a candle for the souls, incense. They will burn, and the smoke represents the purified around the altar.
Oh, and then what people love. So I see your husband, did he like Coca-Cola?
My husband used to love Coke. My dad used to love to drink, so I have a little one in his name. After you finish and you do this spray, you know the good part, all the kids, we went through the candies. All the adults to the drinks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's all gone. It's all gone.
So there's all. So that table is really for the alive people.
Yeah, the living.
The living people.
But it remembers them.
The living people. Yeah. But we put we
in
put it
honor.
to remember in their honor.
Reyna, now we're in your kitchen and you've got a lot of different things laid out for us. What are we going to be preparing?
We're making what we call mukbi pollo or hanal pishan. Mukbi pollo, there are two words, okay? Maya and Spanish. Pollo is the chicken. Mukbi, that means we cook this under the ground.
But not today.
No.
We wanted the kitchen.
We're on the counter.
Are you sure we will dig the hole?
Maybe one day we will, but not today.
We will do it in my oven.
Yes.
Right. So it's like a big tamale. So after we make the dough, we will add this dough in like a
That's
pie.
the bottom.
Like the
And
pie.
banana leaves
And
are
banana leaves that will wrap everything, so we can just
And so I'm just smushing
there,
it
Smush that.
into the
smush it
side.
there
And then I'm
at
gonna do the lid?
side. You will do the lid here.
So I have a banana leaf
The
for
banana
the
leaf.
leaf. And I'm just going to try to make it the same shape.
Yeah, like a square right here. The chicken and pork I cook with the anato or achiote, and comes with, and we will add onions and tomatoes. And this is the gravy, and is made with the chicken broth and the anato.
And you call it gravy. To me, that looks like a sauce, but it's
It's the
that's what they call
gravy
it.
sauce. Yeah,
Yep.
it is a lot of mole sauce. You are right. We add a lot into the pie to make it very good moisture there. You did very good there, so we can just add all the chicken in there.
so all this chicken just
Yeah,
goes
the
right in.
all the
What kind of
chicken.
spices did you have
the
in here?
chicken is salt, pepper, and we have here, I bring the anato. The anato is a seed, so you cook in oil and you smash it. Theirs is
Smash it.
Yeah, this is what the Mayas they did. They just had to do it until they didn't have a blender. So, and also we use it to make our habanero pepper. To make very spicy, and I have it right here, so can make it very spicy if we want.
Wow, you're just gonna
Want
pour
to
that
do it like
sauce
that?
right
I
in.
think so that will be better. Okay, we can just
Spread it out.
spread it out to be sure.
There's
we have
any
it
air
there.
bubbles down there.
Exactly. We can add our
And so this is just tomatoes
Yeah,
and onions.
tomatoes and onions. When everything is baked together, they add all the flavor. Like I said, this is like a big tamale.
Looks good.
And it looks healthy too. Well, maybe aside from the dough.
So when we have this right now,
Gonna turn it upside down?
The best way that will be exactly.
Flip.
So
Whoops, wait.
Refold it.
very good, very good.
Now if it's leaking out a little bit,
No problem.
We will close it with the corn. I will add it here, and we will cover with the aluminum foil to be sure, like you said, nobody will leak.
yep.
And they can go to the oven for 2.5 or 3 hours.
All right, this is out of the oven, and this is definitely food for all of our souls.
You're right. We will test it, see how good it is.
Yes,
Not good?
So delicious.
very good.
And hot, very hot.
It is hot. It's just coming from the oven, and like I said, it's not spicy. We can add the habanero pepper, any hot sauce you like.
It's delicious. What a wonderful traditional dish. A big thanks to Reyna Gonzalez for taking the time to share some of her heritage and culture with us.
And helping us create a traditional and delicious Mexican dish.
Still ahead on Talk of the Town, have an idea you want turned into a cake? We found a lady you've got to meet.
Who doesn't love a good homemade dessert?
Yum. When you have a special occasion, a one-of-a-kind cake can be the perfect touch.
Sandra Muller-White is a nurse by day, but she also owns Sandy's Custom Sweet Affair in Cresco. She loves working with clients to create exactly what they want.
I customize the cakes for the client, and I incorporate their personality, their colors, whatever they want into the baking. I love doing it. I love when customers look at the cakes and they're like, oh my God, this looks too good to eat. That tells me I did my job. So that's awesome. And when it tastes good, that's even better.
Well, now we're in Sandra's kitchen. Thank you so much for inviting us here today.
Well, thank you for having me.
And what are we going to make?
We are going to make pumpkin chocolate chip muffins.
Loving it.
Sounds good to me. How do we start?
So the first thing is we're going to take 1 1/4 cup of butter, and then we're going to take the sugars.
So we got 1 1/2 of white and 1 of brown.
Correct.
Pumpkin and chocolate chip. What made you come up with this recipe?
Well, my kids, when they were young, I wanted them to have, some vegetable in baked goods.
There you
The
go.
only way that they would eat it is if I made it fun. And so I added
course.
chocolate chip. Who doesn't like chocolate chips?
Right.
You know?
Okay.
And then in the meantime, if you want to crack the eggs, after that creams, about 5 minutes,
Okay.
we're going to incorporate 1 egg at a time. This way it will incorporate nicely.
So how much pumpkin do we
Pumpkin,
need?
1 can, 15 ounces
That's
pumpkin.
it. So now you're going to put 1 egg at a time.
And I'm gonna make sure I only get 1 at a time.
Okay.
That incorporates very nicely. Okay, in you go, number 3.
Good. You're going to put in
Pumpkin.
the
Pumpkin going in? Gotta love the KitchenAid.
I was gonna say I have one of these and I
Making a mess.
remember.
Look at you making a mess over there.
Oh, I did. I missed. Sorry.
That's all right.
I make messes in the kitchen. It's what I do.
Now, after we're done with that, we're going to add our buttermilk.
Oh,
Now,
secret
the
ingredient.
secret ingredient.
And this smells so good. Tell us what's special about your vanilla.
This is Essence de Vanille, and this is Haitian vanilla. And the difference between Haitian vanilla and American vanilla is used with vodka. And we use Haitian rum. It's a little bit more
Has a flavor.
powerful. It has a
Yeah.
flavor to it, so it enhances the vanilla bean.
It smells so good. So how much vanilla are
You're
we
gonna
putting in it?
use 1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon.
So here, you're going to add the flour.
2 1/3 cups.
And with baking, you want to make sure you level.
Okay.
Because, baking is a science, so you have
Yep.
to follow the instructions to the T. Although sometimes I do tweak it, but you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's different if you tweak it and you're the chef.
So now, Kim, what you're going to do, you're going to add in the pumpkin spice.
Bring on the pumpkin pie spice.
1 1/2
1 1/2 of
cinnamon.
the cinnamons.
All right, so I have a half, so I'm gonna do 3.
Okay. And then you're going to put 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger. So with the nutmeg, you're going to put 1/2 tea.
Cloves.
And the cloves, you're going to put 1/4 teaspoon.
That's a lot of spices in there. It's wonderful. It
Yeah,
smells
you
great
smell it?
already.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Yes.
All right. So then you're going to use 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then 1/2 tea of baking soda. And then now 3/4. So you're going to use the quarter 3 times.
I got it.
Okay, or a half.
Of salt.
Salt.
So give it a little mix. And now you're going to start pouring a little bit of the flour, and then you're going to alternate with the buttermilk.
It all
Is the
in.
best part next?
The best part is next.
Not the best part, because I think the vanilla is the best part of this one, right? But chocolate is a close second.
Well, this one calls for 1/2 cup, but we're going to put a cup because it's mini
'Cause they're
chocolate
the
chips.
mini ones.
Yeah, so you can put that right in
Right
there.
in.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Double the amount of chocolate
Oh,
in.
absolutely.
How long do these take to cook?
About 25 minutes.
I hope it goes
Yeah,
fast.
25 minutes. Okay.
Because now she's getting hungry.
So what you're going to do is you're not going to fill the whole scoop with batter. You're just going to kind of just put like this much.
Okay.
All right. And it's so much easier to use this as opposed to just using a spoon. So just like that. Do they make left-handed scoopers?
Good question.
You know?
Or do we just
I don't
adjust?
know.
It's like everything else in the world. We just adjust to using the
Yeah.
right-handed things.
Oh, I'm feeling so
I'm using
sorry
my,
for you.
I'm using my pointer finger. What were you using?
Yeah, she's complaining now, but on a tennis court, she's all about the fact that she's a lefty.
Very true.
There you go. Do your magic.
There you go.
While the cupcakes are baking, we'll get the frosting
We
ready.
get the frosting
Let's
ready.
do it.
So you're going to put 1/4 cup of butter,
Okay.
room temperature butter,
It's a perfect amount because we had it left over from our cupcakes.
from the cupcakes. And then you're going to put the entire
8-ounce pack.
Cheese is good.
Yep, full fat, full fat.
Cream cheese, bring it on.
4 cups.
Yeah, 4
So
cups.
8 of these.
There you go. And then now you're going to put in some cinnamon.
And your special vanilla,
Of
which
course.
is next.
Now that one is 1.5 teaspoons.
Oh yeah, we're going big on the vanilla. All right, this cream cheese cinnamon frosting looks wonderful. Smells wonderful.
What have been some of your most favorite creations?
I made a beautiful wedding cake. That cake took me probably a week. I was up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning doing this, but when I put the cake together at the venue, that cake I just sat there and looked and I was like, oh my God, what a beautiful cake.
And then you
It's
said,
gorgeous.
don't eat it.
I know. The bride looked at it when she walked in, she had no idea. She walked in and she was like, I don't want to eat this. I don't want to eat this cake. So now we're going to frost the cupcakes.
Yay!
So squeeze, keep squeezing and just go around, squeeze, 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 go around, keep going until you get a nice little, there you go, perfect. I made a cupcake for the Cupcake Challenge at Shawnee last year, and I won first place for Judges' Choice. I was
That's
so
awesome.
happy. It was a coconut cupcake, and it had pineapple filling inside, and I infused it with what we call a Haitian eggnog, which is called cremas.
That's what did it.
That's what did it. That's what
It was
did
just
it.
not, it
liked
wasn't
that.
a normal cupcake.
No, it wasn't normal.
Yeah. All right, now we go with some fondant.
Take a little bit, make a ball. You're gonna roll it, and then kind of like just
Smush
flatten it a little bit. Okay. Then you're
Okay.
gonna take one of these, and then sort of just indent. After you make the little indentation, just gonna make a little hole in the middle. That's where you're gonna put the stem. And there you go.
So cute.
So these are our little cupcakes.
Time to taste.
Time to eat.
Yay!
Right.
I've been waiting all morning for this.
Ooh,
Ready?
it looks very moist.
Oh my.
The cream
think I
cheese
can-
really makes this pop.
I think I can finally ditch the open-toed shoes and welcome fall. Now I'm ready.
Wow, this is delightful.
We had a great time baking with Sandra, especially the end of the segment when we got to taste.
Always my favorite part. You can try Sandra's treats too. Just go to our Facebook page, find the correct photo in our October album, and tell us your favorite part of this segment for a chance to win your choice of a dozen free cupcakes or a $25 gift certificate toward a custom cake creation. Good luck.
Don't go away. Next, we bring out my collection of wine corks for a rustic fall craft.
We're at Marie's house and she brought out the wine for today's craft.
We needed some corks, but these aren't all from today, so don't worry.
We have lots of corks though. What are we doing?
We do. We are going to make fall pumpkins out of corks. And
Perfect.
It's really, really simple project. Really only needed a few items. And most of this stuff just came out of my basement, stuff that I had laying around.
Obviously these corks have been around for a while.
These corks have been around for a while. We're going to just paint each end of them because we want it kind of look rustic. So we're just going to do the ends.
Should I try and get rid of some excess so they dry
Probably.
quickly?
Yeah. We can always get out the hairdryer if we need to.
That's true. This is easy though. You don't even need paintbrushes. All you need?
And you don't need to be that careful.
No. We have a lot of corks to do though. I'm going 2 at a time. Well, there we go. Little orange paint on your table, Marie.
Drink.
Take a drink.
Whenever we mess up, we take a drink.
Don't worry, Zach, this will be the longest thing that I think
Yeah.
it's gonna take.
As long as there's no white glue.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Did I hear an oops?
I don't
A
know.
moment ago?
I don't know.
Like there was an oops. Drink.
Cheers. Whoops.
You're gonna see it.
Whoops. Gave him a line. We didn't even get to gluing yet.
Now, probably if we wanted to do this properly, we should wait for them to dry, but are we going to do that?
No, let's just get busy.
Let's just build.
So we're going to start with the big pumpkin first or the smaller one?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
Let's do the big one first.
Okay.
So we start with 4.
Okay, a row of 4. This is the bottom of your pumpkin. And we brought out the handy dandy glue guns, because
Yep.
what would a craft be without it?
Right, and then we're gonna put, so on top of this, we're gonna put 5 after, so we're,
So we're just kind of making a line down each so that they stick together? And they're corks, so they shouldn't need too much.
yeah, they don't really need too much glue, I don't think. Something stop?
Yeah, I don't know why it's kicked off.
Should we stop for a second since we're not very far?
Yeah, pause.
Okay.
Battery does.
Pause and hold it together.
I didn't format the card. Okay, pick up where you left off.
Okay.
All right,
That was a me whoop, so drink.
Zach's making mistakes.
All right, we have 2 rows done. Now we go to 6, right?
Right.
I really like this because it's going to be cute, a little bit rustic, and it's not complicated at all.
It's really easy.
And it uses my favorite tool.
The glue gun?
Can't go wrong with a good glue gun. So 4, then 5, then 6, and then we go back to 5 again.
Yep.
I have a few strings of glue going on.
That's normal.
It is for me.
And then back to 4. So maybe before we finish them, we should just do our second one. We want to do a smaller pumpkin.
Pumpkin number 2.
Okay, then this one's going to be a little bit smaller. So we're
set
going
that
to
over
start
there.
with 3.
Okay.
So the mini version is 3, 4, 3.
Marie, you've got yours hiding behind your big one. Yeah, thank you. Just for that, drink.
Just me?
Yes, just you.
I want a drink too.
This is really quick and easy.
It is really quick and easy.
But we decided how many corks, Zach, did we need for this project? We each needed 34.
34 corks.
That's
To make
68
2.
bottles of wine.
Yeah, okay, so you're gathering for a while.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
A little mid-project cleaning going on right now.
Because we didn't wait for anything to dry.
Little elbow grease gets it off. Your table will be back in shape in no time. This is our craft table though, Marie.
Yeah.
When this show eventually ends its run, Kim, you and I are buying Marie a new table.
Or at least we're gonna refinish it for her.
Yeah.
If you look closely, we probably can find sparkles on here
Sparkles
still.
with glue that
Yeah.
dried.
Whoops.
Drink.
Oh, yours is gone. Salute.
Okay, so now to finish, we need a stem, right?
Always need a
But
stem on our pumpkin.
This would be too big. So we're gonna, I already cut the one in half, and I'll cut another one in half. And I just used a serrated knife, and it actually kind of
Worked okay.
Yeah, it kind of
Here, I'll
worked
help you
okay.
hold it. Teamwork there.
Okay.
Success.
Yep.
And we're not painting these orange because they don't need to be orange.
Nope. All right.
Cute.
And then I went down in the basement and I found from some of my dried flower arrangements just some green that we can kind of stick in to make
Cute.
the leaves.
This is a really simple craft, but I love it.
Very rustic looking, nothing too fancy, super easy to do.
Love it. October is all about Halloween. Did you get a costume yet?
No, not me, but did you know they're celebrating at the AWSOM Animal Shelter?
Well, this is Gigi.
And this is Steel.
Let's put them in some costumes.
And maybe even get them a new home.
In 2009, the Pennsylvania SPCA used to own this facility, and they abandoned this facility in the Monroe County, and there was no shelters at all to handle any of the abused, neglected and stray animals of this area. AWSOM came together in 2009. We purchased the facility from the Pennsylvania SPCA and we started from scratch. Which is amazing is now we are celebrating our 10th year of AWSOM being around. So November is right around the corner. Here we are 10 years later and we're actually thriving pretty good.
As soon as our friends at Pet Supplies Plus in Stroudsburg found out we wanted Halloween costumes for the dogs at AWSOM Animal Shelter, they were ready with quite an assortment.
Look at you, you ladybug. This is Lucy. Lucy is 9 years old. Lucy is a lab mix, and she is up to date on all her vaccines, and she is spayed and microchipped.
And she's a happy dog.
She's a very happy little girl.
I think it's cute. I always look forward to Halloween just to see the dogs show up to the store dressed up in their costumes.
As Marie and I prepared for the Halloween parade, we were thrilled to see Frank Lanterman. You may remember when we met Frank a few months ago. He's 96 years old and visits AWSOM every single day, bringing treats to all the shelter dogs.
Gigi is 3 years old. She's good with everything, kids, cats, other dogs. She came into us as a surrender. Her owners could no longer care for her. And she's a Bernese mountain dog.
And today a banana split.
And today a banana split.
And then Gigi.
Gigi, you're so pretty.
Yeah, Gigi says, I know I'm pretty.
She's the ice cream.
And then Rocco.
Rocco the French fry. I love that costume too.
Rocco was a surrender. He's 4 years old. No little children, we don't recommend that, but can get along with other dogs with a meet and greet. Walks really nice on a leash, doesn't chew up his toys or his bedding, sleeps all night, and he would be a really good companion dog, a little misunderstood because of the breed and the brindling, and he's a little large. But as you can see, he can be an absolute mush. So Rocco, absolutely worth coming down to visit.
Luna's, she was here at, the people who had her, they found her as a stray.
What kind of dog is she?
She's a boxer mix. She's very fun.
Do you have any idea how old she is?
She's 5.
And she's so pretty.
Does she like dressing up for Halloween?
Yes.
She likes being a hot dog today.
Luna.
Luna's a hot dog for sure.
Hot dog.
From Great Danes all the way down to Beagles, from Bernese Mountain Dogs to a Poodle. It's quite a mix of dogs that come here. Sometimes they're strays, sometimes they're dropped by families that are moving, or elderly that pass away and their families don't want to keep the dog, so they end up coming here and we find them a new forever home.
Another hot dog.
And so is Seamus. Seamus is a hot dog.
Seamus is, I guess, close to a year ago. He was found protecting the American Red Cross. He was standing in front of the door. It was pouring rain, and he wouldn't let anybody in. He had a leash on, but we've never found his owner. He loves to run, loves car rides, right?
What does he think about the hot dog costume?
He's not crazy about it. He wants to eat it. He'd rather be eating it than wearing
wear
it.
it.
Yeah. Right, buddy?
Do you find that dogs handle the costumes okay?
Some of them, yeah. Some are just like, get this off of me, but they're meant to be comfort around the tummy area, so they shouldn't bother them too much.
Steel.
Squirrely Steel. Squirrely Steel.
There's Steel.
Steel's like how embarrassing.
Steel's a squirrel.
Steel! You're the biggest squirrel I ever saw.
Steel is 10 years old. He's a Staffordshire Terrier. Came to us as a stray running around the streets of Stroudsburg. Steel is very friendly with other dogs, loves attention, loves eating lots of treats, and a real favorite here at the shelter. So we're really happy to have Steel here, and Steel is looking for his forever home. So if you're interested in a dog like Steel who loves having a good time and fun and laying on the couch, this is your dog.
Superman. Yes, you are Superman.
Denver is approximately a 5-year-old Dutch Shepherd mix, handsome, loyal, looking for an extremely active home, preferably with no small children. He loves to go hiking. We have volunteers and staff members that take him out regularly to the park and goes hiking, and he enjoys every ounce of it. Very, very good boy. Just needs a very active lifestyle.
And then Denver, we got Denver. Denver, my boy Denver, yes.
Super dog, super
That costume
Denver.
fits Denver perfectly.
This shelter does about 1,200 animals a year, about 650 plus cats, and the remaining is usually dogs.
Come on, Addison.
There's
Good
Addison.
girl.
Yeah, there's Addison.
She's like, wait a minute,
yes.
I'm not walking a parade when you're talking to me. I
Addison
want to
says I
come
look
see you.
so pretty with my feet decorated.
Oh my gosh, she looks so freaking cute.
She's a good girl. That is hilarious.
I love her, even their little things on her paws.
Yeah.
Too freaking cute, Addison.
Addison is 4 years old. She came to us as a stray with Steele. She's good with kids, cats, and dogs, but she's very, very active.
So she needs somebody who's not afraid to take her on long walks.
Yeah, she needs to go for hikes, jogs, anything that's going to keep her going.
What was your favorite that you saw today when you saw them on the models?
The French fries.
I loved the French fries too.
What a great time. Our friends at Pet Supplies Plus helped sponsor some of the costumes that they wore today. But it was great to see the dogs get to run around, be in costume, take pictures of. It gives a whole new look for people to see that are thinking of adopting a dog, just to get that, you know, maybe it's time for me to get a dog myself.
All of these adorable dogs are available for adoption.
Check out the October album on our Facebook page to get another look at your favorite costumed canine.
You can also stop by AWSOM Animal Shelter in Stroudsburg and find your forever friend.
A group of ladies come together in Palmerton to share creativity, helpful advice, and some laughs. It's a quilting party, and we join in on the fun next.
You might think quilting is a lost art,
but it's alive and well in downtown Palmerton. The Quilted Crow is not only a shop where you can get everything you need, it's also a place to pique your artistic flair.
Jane and I always wanted to have a quilt shop. We decided to call it the Quilted Crow because a crow is a very intelligent bird and it collects things and it cleans up the earth. So we're doing the same thing by collecting the fabrics and making the earth beautiful with our quilts. You know, our choices was either the Quilted Crow or Two Old Crows, and so we decided that the Quilted Crow sounded much better.
There are a lot of things for sale, but more than that, this is a place where people come to learn and for help.
Correct, yes. A lot of people will come in and say, you know, I started putting this quilt together. I don't know what to do to finish it. Can you make some suggestions? Helping people pick fabric is the part of the job that I enjoy the most because it helps make them creative and to make suggestions and to see their face light up when they say, oh yes, that's the one I want, you know. Or sometimes people will come in and they have no idea. They want to make a quilt, but they don't know where to start.
So quilting is something that I have never done before.
I've never done it either. I've always loved homemade quilts. They're beautiful.
Very beautiful.
So Cindy, what do you do if you've never done this before?
Well, the best thing to do is to take a quilting class. So this is our beginning quilting class. This is what this is an 8-week course, and they come away with a finished product. They actually pick their own colors and their own fabric. This is an old store sample, but you have to pick your favorite color to start, because if you're not working with a fabric that you love, you're not going to enjoy sewing it.
Sounds like that's the hardest part, because once you've done that, you're committed.
You're committed, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Well, we both love pink.
Yes,
so we
that's
noticed
true.
that you've picked some pink for us here.
Yes. So these are the 2 blocks that they learn how to make. This one is called a 9 patch because there's 9 squares in it. This one is called a monkey wrench. It's also a 9 patch, but in the corners they have what we call half square triangles. So this is the first one that they learn how to make, which is the easier one. So you can cut out the individual squares, but that takes a long time. So what we like to do is speed things up a bit. So we cut strips of fabric like this. Okay. Then we put the strips together in the correct order. So you can see that it's the flower, the pink, and the flower, which is this row. Then this strip we sew together, where it's the pink, the flower, and the
reverse
pink, it's reversed. And you cut these strips. And then you just sew the strips together, and that gives you your 9-patch block.
Ah, and at this point, this is all machine sewing?
This is all machine sewing, and it's all a 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch, so everything's designed that when you make your blocks, that keeps everything nice and uniform. If you keep your 1/4 inch.
So quilting is really, nowadays, it's a combination of hand sewing and machine sewing.
Machine sewing. Most quilters today will do a lot of machine quilting because they just don't have the time to sit and do the hand sewing. To make your half square triangles, what you do is you take 2 squares and you always cut it 1 inch bigger than your finished size. So this is a 3-inch block when it's finished, so you cut this block 4 inches. You draw a line from corner to corner and you sew 1/4 inch on each side, and then you cut it apart so that when you cut it apart like this, you have it like this, you cut it apart, there's your half square triangle. Whatever they don't finish here, I make sure that they have at least one to take home as a sample so that they can make the rest of the blocks at home. So there is homework sometimes.
And you're on speed dial.
Yes.
Cindy!
Yes, I am.
Cindy, my monkey wrench has a monkey wrench.
Right.
You don't realize just at a quick glance like all the different elements that go into it and how much time it takes to create that. When you say 8 weeks, I'm going, wow, that's cool if you can get that done in 8 weeks.
In 8 weeks, yes, yes. And the important thing is you need to cut it properly. If you don't cut it straight, it doesn't matter how well you sew it, it's going to be what we call wonky. That's a really, that's a quilting term. Wonky is a quilting term.
I like wonky. You could use that for a lot of things.
A lot of things, yes. But wonky is a quilting term. You'll see that in the quilt magazines. I didn't make that up.
Yeah. We understand that you have a group that comes here every other Wednesday.
Correct.
Tell us about them.
They're a group of ladies and they all come to help each other. They'll bring their projects that they're working on. First they do a show and tell and they ask for advice. You know, well, what do you think? Does this color go with this one? Do these blocks go well together? Or I'm having problems making this block. Can you show me what I'm doing wrong? And they all help each other and they're just a great group of ladies.
Can we meet them?
Absolutely. Come this way.
Awesome. How would you normally start this gathering?
With their show and tell.
All right, who's going to be brave and do show and tell first?
Carol, go for it.
These ladies made me outline every poinsettia.
Made you?
Yes. So I outlined every one of them.
And all by hand?
Yes, it's all by hand.
This is English paper piecing, and this is also done by hand.
And is that just something soothing to you? Is that a good way to relax?
When I sit at the television, I can't just sit there and watch it. I have to be doing something. This is perfect for that.
This will be a Christmas ornament, and I'm in the process of making 30 of them. It's a take-along project, so you just do it, or you do it in front of the TV, right?
I'm working on what they call paper piecing, which is another technique, and I was going to be tearing today. You literally just, that's what I'm going to sit and do all day.
Tear the pieces up because you put it all together, so now
You're putting it together piece by piece and you sew on each one of these lines, which gives you these exact points.
Yeah. And these are panels I have, they're all for the different seasons. And when they're all finished, I will put borders around them, make one big panel, and then quilt it.
Ideas are endless.
Yeah. And it's very therapeutic to just sit and do stitching.
And you look like you're getting ready for Christmas.
Next, yeah.
This was a practice block that I turned into either a table mat or a wall hanging. And
I love the colors.
I machine quilted it, so that was my practice for machine quilting.
So these are my 20 blocks, and I brought them because these ladies kind of helped me with a whole lot of them.
Okay.
If I have trouble, here's where I bring things.
And what did they help you with?
Oh, there was one in here that I really had trouble with. I had a mistake on this. I was short, and I didn't know what to do with it because it's a lot of waste if you just throw it away and start over. So I brought it, and these ladies suggested I take something and fill the corners in. So it saved it.
But this was my summer baby.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It's a collage, a flower collage. wall hanging. And
She designs her own
That's your own pattern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
So if you look around the wall
all
here,
those patterns
these
are
ones on the wall are her
these
patterns.
When you're finishing a quilt, some of those ladies are doing it themselves, the last finishing touches, but sometimes that's a really big job.
Correct.
So what is that called and how do you get it done?
Okay, so if for a small project you would do what's called machine quilting, which is just your straight lines like this.
And you can do it on your own
And you can do it on your own machine. Or you can do what's called free motion quilting on your machine too for small projects, which is the stippling effect. And there's a lady who teaches free motion quilting. She teaches you this stippling, and she also teaches you 11 other designs. If you have a big project, you
really want it to look the same.
You take and you do a long armor.
Okay, and this is a long armor,
Yes.
and this is Sharon, and she's going to explain that.
Okay.
All right, so you're a long armor. Where does that word come from?
Because you work on a sewing machine that's very, very long. It's a 12-foot long table.
Wow. Okay, so when you come to the shop, do people come up to you and say, here you go, finish this, finish this, finish
Yes.
this? And that's basically what your job is, right?
Yeah, and sometimes they have some ideas and sometimes they don't, and they really just need a helping hand.
As to what kind of pattern they're going to use?
Exactly. Do they want a lot of stitching? You know, do they want it to go on a bed, that they want it to be kept a little softer? Is it something special for kids? Do you want a silly design in it? Is it for somebody's mom and you want something a little fancier? So they bring them in to someone like Cindy, and she has another long arm quilter, Terry Trotter, who actually had finished the first two that are here.
Okay, so
And
tell
you
us
can
a little
see
about
that design in the yellow. It shows up really good.
So she matched her quilt design with
some of the fabrics. Yeah, the viney.
And on this quilt, you really see the intricate background because you can see it in the black.
They used a contrast, so this one blended in.
Correct.
You used the gray. This one you wanted
to
see
stand
the
out.
colors. That's another decision you have to make.
Absolutely, yeah. Do you want to make it blend in? Do you want it to really showcase all of the hard work that the person that made the quilt put into it, and it just really brings it to life. Typically, we computerize everything. It's just perfect, so when you need to repeat it, it's the same. Even if you have to change the size, nobody would ever know.
How often do you have classes going on?
We try to have them going almost every week or every other week. We have a free motion class. We have the rag quilt class that's coming up. We have a paper piecing class, so we try to mix it up to meet everyone's needs.
Quilting, when I think of it, it's a very old school kind of thing to
Yes.
do.
Mhm.
Do you think it's starting to reach out to newer generations, and is it going to stay alive?
I hope so. It seems to. I know these ladies in my class are the younger generation, which is nice because they want to carry on the tradition of their mothers or their grandmothers, and so I think it's coming alive again, especially if you have more modern fabrics to offer them. I know the grays are really popular right now, so you have the brighter, more modern fabrics that sort of attracts the younger generations.
What a great group of ladies. They love to share ideas, create their works of art, and chat at the same time. They're so talented.
The Quilted Crow has a $25 gift certificate for one lucky viewer. Just find the proper photo in our October album and tell us what idea you'd like to turn into a quilt and what colors you'd use for a chance to win.
Still ahead on Talk of the Town, we head to the Apple Tree on Main Street in Stroudsburg to check out the latest fall fashion.
One of the most fun things about the fall is fall fashion and getting a new outfit.
It's absolutely my favorite time of the year for fashion. Sharon Sinkovich from the Apple Tree in Stroudsburg has invited us in to show us all the latest trends. Sharon, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming to the Apple Tree on Main, a real destination boutique. And you're going to see our fall fashions interpreting all the trends. And you'll also see that we're more about an attitude than an age.
Very good.
I love that.
Yeah. It's fabulous because you'll see our models who are all employees except for one, and they are in their 20s to late 40s. Besides me, because I started when I was 30. I won't tell you how old I am now.
You look fabulous.
You can figure it out.
Okay, so you dressed us as well for this segment today, and I have to tell you, I am in love with this camo.
Oh,
What an interesting look.
You're wearing it so well.
Thank you, but it's really cool. I'm liking this.
It's suiting. Suiting is back, and you can see that wearing print on print in camo, you're rocking it, girl. You look beautiful.
And you put me in a fabulous color for me. I love this color. Always brings up my eyes.
Oh my God, you look beautiful in it. And this forest green and this easy day to evening dress style on you is gorgeous. And how about our beautiful jewelry? I love those earrings on you as well.
Thank you.
Very fine jewelry.
All right, well, let's get started with our models because we've got lots of fashion to share with all of you, so come on out.
Here comes Kate wearing another interpretation of camo, and with this beautiful Italian designer suit that can also be worn just pants or a top, the faux animal print and the croco handbag. And Kate, you look fabulous in that. I guess you can go to work in that or go out for the evening or out with girlfriends. Very, very nice. Thank you.
And here comes Ashley.
Oh, Ashley, I love this interpretation of the wide leg gaucho pant with the detailing on the hip. And she's wearing the fine jewelry from Frida Rothman and with one of our great handbags that you can just wipe off, wear to work, take traveling, very, very lightweight, and our Gabor boots. And Ashley, you look beautiful in this. I think you could even wear that jacket with jeans. Looks great. Thank you.
And here comes Haley. I love this color combo.
This is such an interesting plaid, and it's on faux suede pants.
Ooh, soft.
And very, very soft and cozy. Marigold shoes. Marigold is a really big pop color today on our little booties. It almost looks like she's wearing a blouse underneath.
A silk shirt, yeah.
Yes, but inside of it, it's just one-piece sweater. And her fine jewelry from Simone Sebag. Thank you so much, Haley.
And here comes Susan, ready for a trip around the world.
Susan McCuskey is one of our wonderful guests from the Apple Tree, and she is wearing Jerry Weber. The puffer vest never goes away, but how about how they made it to go with this fabulous color palette of paisleys in the crew neck little top. And of course, Susan is wearing timeless jeans. Thank you so much, Susan. It looks beautiful.
Next up is Naomi, and I love that jacket, all those colors.
Isn't that jacket fabulous? This is from Aldo Martinez of Barcelona. Those high-rise fashion jeans that are so popular today. And with the crop top in cashmere, baby pink, but on top of it, this is the real piece. And it's totally reversible. You can see that. Look at how they made this. It's like a work of art.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Well, we've changed our outfits and we had to switch sides too because my slit is on this side. It wouldn't have made sense for me to sit over there.
No one would see that sexy leg.
Oh my gosh, but Marie, you look fabulous in this dress. This is a new version of really a shirtwaist dress. And it's amazing how the designer actually put in a slip. We're wearing it dressed up with these beautiful earrings today. And Marie, you look beautiful in it.
Thank you.
And I love those little booties.
Oh, I forgot about those.
I saw these when I came in. That's the first thing I saw.
Oh, they're the other big trend besides camo. It's the animal prints, and this is a fabulous comfortable shoe from Gabor, and you look fabulous in it. I'm so excited that you got to wear those. They just arrived.
They just got
from
here.
Germany.
All right, you talked about animal prints. I got some snake going on here.
Oh my gosh. And
I love it.
And that dress, Kim and I were just talking, it's so cozy.
And it's stretchy, ladies. You know we like to be able to actually eat when we go out. This
Well,
is the perfect dress for that.
It's absolutely wonderful and a great interpretation of snake. Very, very beautiful on you, Kim.
So we've changed our outfits, but so have our models, and we've stepped things up a bit too.
Oh my goodness, have we stepped it up. Whew. Here we have Ashley, and she is wearing another trend for the season, and it is a shirtwaist dress, and prints are back. And this beautiful interpretation of our Viogalo from Spain is just a gorgeous shirtwaist dress that Ashley is wearing belted, which is another trend this year, to belt everything, belt dresses, belt jackets. Thank you, Ashley. You look beautiful.
And here comes Haley in an animal-inspired look.
The top is actually faux suede, and the bottom is vegan leather. And this is a really, I think it's a pretty sexy dress on Haley. But actually it can be toned down when you put a blazer over it. But right now this is definitely a look for the season, and I think that you look beautiful in it, Haley. Thank you so much.
Wow, look at Susan. That dress is gorgeous.
She looks like a Monet print in this beautiful, beautiful midi dress. Floral prints remain very, very strong. This is Joseph Ribkoff again with that elegant neckline, 3/4 sleeve, and then the slits right down to the hemline. And that can go all over the world with you. Thank you, Susan. Naomi is ready for the holiday circuit, wearing another trend. It is the jumpsuit.
With pockets, love it.
And she's wearing actually a faux fur cape, and she's wearing our Club Nico cocktail shoes, as well as our special occasion CZ earrings that we have here in the apple tree for all the special occasions. Thank you so much, Naomi. Great jumpsuit on you.
Wow, Kate is one giant sparkle here.
In beautiful emerald green. She is ready for a holiday cocktail party, and that backless look with the high neckline, it is just lovely. These are the party earrings that we have in CZ, and they can dress up any dress that you have in your closet.
Sharon, you're involved with a big event that's happening in the beginning of November. Tell us about that.
Well, the hospice house at Lehigh Valley Hospital on East Brown Street has opened again. And it's been a really incredible volunteer community effort. And they have asked the Apple Tree to do a fashion show. So we're collaborating with Dunkelbergers, and we are going to be hosted by beautiful Stroudsmore, and it's going to start at 5:30 on Thursday night, November 7th. It'll be a runway fashion show, cocktails and hors d'oeuvres prior to. It's a great community endeavor. The hospice house is something that's very dear to our community.
Great news for one lucky viewer. Head to our Talk of the Town Facebook page, like the correct photo in our October album, and let us know your favorite fall trend for a chance to win the perfect fall accessory bundle, a beautiful silk scarf, along with classic hoop earrings and a gorgeous bracelet from the Apple Tree. Good luck. Happy fall shopping, everyone.
And whatever you wear, be
the talk of the town. Woo!
Yeah, it smells
A friend
really
of mine brought me back Haitian vanilla from Haiti, and when I finished it, it made me sad. I was like, I need another bottle.